Welcome to humanity. This is our life.
Whatever it takes, we got to say whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to FightNet Radio.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
But it's a fact. You know what I mean? How dare them even challenge me, these fighters, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? With their primitive boxing skills, you know what I mean? They're as good as dead.
And welcome to FightNet Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche. Tired, Andrew.
Tired?
LA International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament yesterday.
Nice. Okay.
And now my body's just recovering a little bit from it.
And how did you do?
I took a silver.
Hey, it's not bad.
Okay. There were only 2 people in my age and weight class.
So 3 total, right?
2 total. There was me and one. No. It would be much better if, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then waiting around 4 hours, I was going to compete in the open division later that evening. And the longer I waited, the more my injuries seemed to appear on my body. So it's a drag getting old. I don't care what anybody says. If you take up any physical sport, like I get that the people who listen to this show all believe that they can fight. Like on some level, the reason you watch boxing or you watch MMA or you watch grappling or you watch whatever, even like dipshit white people who watch pro wrestling, I could do that. Okay, go do it. You tell me about it. You send me a little memo about how that works out for you. Even that cardio kickboxing bullshit that the women do, it's not the same. You got to get hit in the face, thrown on the ground. You know, a little tiny 2-inch zebra mat is no way to impact somebody dropping, 200 plus pounds on top of you. And when you are above the age of 40, it is a tremendous, I have a lot of respect for anybody who takes up any physical combat above the age of 40. Like your body just doesn't recover. And having done these really severe and extreme things to myself, I can tell you there was a difference when I did it at, 10 years ago. So 38, getting hit in the face is a little bit different than getting hit in the face now. It's totally different. I got hit.
You can even ask Lomachenko that, right?
Oh, no shit. I mean, I just, yesterday, here's how different it is. I'm good at getting hit. You know this about me. I got caught with a dude's elbow over the top, right to the chin. And I was actually stunned for a split second as he was coming over the top at me. Like,
that'll happen.
What the hell happened? You can't do that in the middle of a competition. You can't actually assess and go, hey, I think this guy actually hit me. It's not the time to do it.
Did you see the double knockdown, Lee?
The double knockdown.
Bellator last night, Lomachenko versus a former New York Giant lineman. Don't ask me the man's name, I already forgot.
No.
But he knocked him out.
But a great segue back into our sport, Andrew.
Yeah, Lee, but it was huge. They both caught each other. When do you ever see a double knockdown? Both guys look like they're out.
Wait, hold on. That's Rocky 2, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
I knew
in that kind of a stage, Lomachenko being one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. Yeah, you rarely see fighters of this.
Lomachenko, you mean?
Oh, excuse me,
Fedor Emelianenko. God, that's why I couldn't understand. I'm like, when did
I did say Emelianenko the first time, didn't I?
You said right? Lomachenko twice.
Oh, I've been saying, oh Jesus,
which has been blowing my mind here. I'm like, when did Lomachenko fight?
He got a double knockdown in the MMA.
No, I have not. And thanks for ruining the Emelianenko thing for me. So
you recorded it?
No, I wait and steal that. That's Bellator. They deserve to be stolen. They're ripping off the USC. I figure I can rip off from them. No, I haven't even looked at the results yet. I've been very consumed with my... Oh, wow. They're posting photos. No photos of me up yet. I haven't posted my photos. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, @LeeHonish, you will see me. Actually, my whole team's got photos up right now, and everybody's doing the photos and happy day routine. I haven't posted my photo. I don't know if I merit my photo. I just can't do it like everybody else. They're just unbelievable. Like, everybody's just happy that they competed, and I'm like, yeah, I lost. So Emelianenko lost, is what you're saying.
He got knocked out. It was an ugly situation. Took a big right hand while he was down on the mat, so his head hit the mat as well after the punch. It looked like the end. It looked like the end of a great fighter.
Have you ever watched a real Emelianenko fight?
Oh yeah. Come on, he's been fighting for years, Lee. I remember his whole story. Now he was always supposed to get to the UFC, but for some reason, contracts, TV deals, everything was holding him out of that.
Yeah, basically. The problem was age caught up to him. I mean, in his prime, he was probably one of the more dominant forces of nature. Kevin Iole wrote an exceptional article about the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. He had a dominant period of like 10 years where he couldn't be beat. And to say that he didn't fight anybody is wrong. He fought everybody that made it onto the UFC. I think it's sad because these guys can't let go. And again, I'm all for this. You know, somebody brought this up, having a 40-plus senior circuit of MMA. I'm all for it. Sorry, I am. I mean, if I can compete, for world championships in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu into my 40s and 50s and 60s, why can't they do that for MMA? I don't understand. And they do it by age class. I'm not competing against 25-year-old kids because that would be stupid. They'd beat the shit out. Like, even white belts that are younger than me, they've all got dreams. This is true. I watched the white belts in my weight class, and I was debating how I would do against them, and I thought I'd do okay. But they have aspirations of going to the UFC. Like, these are kids. That's the truth. 21-year-olds, 18, 19, 20. Let's see, an adult starts at 21 in IBJJF. So, or is it 18? 18, you're an adult. So these are guys who are learning. So when they get to blue belt, then they learn how to start striking, right? So you get your white belt, you get your blue belt. So anybody who's at the upper end of their white belt who's starting to do these higher end competitions, look, they're looking to get serious about their life and do, MMA. That's crazy.
I'll say the MMA has a very a lot of crossover stars right now. Last night a undefeated women's boxer knocked out an MMA fighter in the octagon. Holly Holmes had success in her last fight in the octagon. Herschel Walker?
Yeah.
52-year-old running back had success in the octagon. And then last night a New York Giant ex-lineman.
Well, if you look at a guy like, here's an example. There's a kid by the name of...
I find it weird.
Did you watch the whole card?
No, sir.
Okay,
no.
There's a guy named Aaron Pico who was on that card. Aaron Pico is this phenom grappler fighter kid, right? Who they signed literally as a teenager to Bellator. He just was all hype. Like, this was the dude. So 20-year-old, he was going to take his first big fight, New York City, and he got tapped in the first round by a relative unknown. That's because getting hit in the face at full speed is different. I don't care what anybody says. When you walk into the cage, you kind of just have to take the attitude of getting hit. I'm getting so frustrated with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because, one, you have to learn 600 moves. Two, competition has its own set of rules. Like, I'm tempted to go fight in the cage again just so that I could throw hands. Like, I'm eliminating the one thing I think that...
I think they're losing credibility, though, to be honest with you.
That's Bellator. I don't think UFC has the same...
No, the UFC took some defeats last night, too. Like I said, an undefeated women's fighter knocked out an MMA girl in the octagon last night. And they really... You start losing credibility when you have crossover stars coming into your sport where your guys are supposed to be elite and they're getting beaten. You can't do this in any other sport. There's very few athletes that have crossed over from basketball to baseball or baseball to football. Two come to mind is Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson are like the two legends that ever did two sports. Beyond that, it's almost always a failure for the athlete who's trying to do the crossover, except what we're seeing in the MMA. And I think the MMA needs to maybe do a little bit better of matchmaking. Yes, I know you like the exposure of getting an ex-offensive lineman, an NFL legend, a women's champion boxer. It's a lot of exposure. That's good. But I think your fighters lose credibility when these guys come in and they're winning these matches. So this leads me into the Conor McGregor-Mayweather bout, Lee.
Wait, we can make a segue, and I actually have news on that.
Okay, go ahead.
There are no tickets for this fight yet.
Where are you leaning towards that? What do you think?
No, this is actual. Like, the fight's going to happen on August 26th. We all know that.
Right.
I'm going to be in Vegas. If you guys pay attention to this show, I told you to buy tickets. It's also just happens to be the Grand Prix for my sport in Vegas as well. So I was kind of
awesome.
There
anyways.
I was going to be there anyway to go watch these really awesome black belts over at the convention center, and it happens to be McGregor. But I booked it after the McGregor Mayweather announcement. But it's a lot of things going on at once in the same town, so there's no way that I couldn't not go, right? So I've been watching, and Dana White had to come out this week and go, hey, don't buy tickets online from these vendors who claim that they have tickets.
Wow.
And most of them don't offer refunds. He goes, we don't know if it's going to be at T-Mobile. We're trying to get Ice Cube moved.
Yeah, I heard about that.
We're trying to move Ice Cube over to the MGM.
He's got a 3-team legend basketball tournament or something like that?
Yeah, whatever he's got going on. But
which is huge for Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
That means a lot of Mayweather people are going to be in that building
wow.
too. No,
wow.
I'm dead serious. What's wrong with that? What, you think they're McGregor fans?
Well,
they've been rooting for Floyd for 17 years. They're not going Irish.
I'm going to say that sounded a little racially biased.
No, it ain't racial nothing. This is real talk. They're not going Irish on that day. They're going to go American. They're going to go Floyd. That's it. That's a lot of them NBA stars. I'm dead serious about that. And you think Allen Iverson's going to have an Irish flag that night?
Well, look, Andrew,
nothing racist. Nothing. I'm not being racist.
But
I'm
what
saying
color
that
will they
helps
be?
Floyd.
Wait, what color will they be, Andrew?
Well, NBA. What is the predominant race in the NBA? You could just answer.
The
with
ownership, Jewish white.
The ownership. Darn it, Lee! Don't try to twist my words, man. I'm just saying. Floyd's gonna have some big time people up front.
The Jews are the slave owners in that scenario. Yes.
You're so wrong. Jeez Almighty.
Hi everyone.
Anyways,
Welcome to Fight Net Radio. My name's Lee Hunnish. That's Andrew Labouche. We talk about boxing. We glad we could give you, 13 whole minutes of our lives.
Oh, wait a minute.
I never think we did an introduction at the beginning. I just kind of felt like we started. For those of you who don't know, Andrew is the esteemed writer. He has written for many publications and has been featured throughout the internet on many different websites. Perhaps you've read some of it. I do stupid shit, available on YouTube. I am an asshole. Nothing more, nothing less. I say stupid stuff. You've been warned at the 13-minute marker of this show. There'll be another 45 minutes of this, what would arguably be a hate crime. Please continue about Mayweather and McGregor and the race war that's coming to Las Vegas.
Well, they said the undercard is starting to get formed, Lee. They're looking at Badu Jack to move up to light heavyweight. That's one of Floyd's fighters. One of the guys you said was dancing when Mayweather-McGregor got made. You were absolutely right. It looks like Badu Jack will be getting paid on the same night. He's going to move up to light heavyweight, a move we all knew he was making, to take on the WBA light heavyweight champ, regular champ. I guess I got to put that in there. Nathan Cleverly, I believe is his last name.
Yes.
Yeah, so a very good fight. Badu Jack's moving up to fight a champ. Hopefully that will lead to an Andre Ward matchup before an Adonis Stevenson, but who really knows? But yeah, that is one undercard that fight that is looking to be put on McGregor versus Mayweather. Or, excuse me, boxing world, Mayweather versus McGregor, right? Lee, let me tell you, though. You know who made big noise this week? Well, actually, it was before the fight. Do you remember the IBF welterweight champ Kermit Cintrone?
Yeah.
Kermit Cintrone came out this week. He was fighting